Yo, what is up guys, Face here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And today I'm going to be going over the Super Conqueror in update 10.3. A vehicle that was changed but at a very slight amount to the fact that I think this tank is still strong. So today we're going to be going over everything you need to know about this vehicle. Is it worth it to grab next time it's in store? Is it a good tank? My opinions on it and how exactly it runs in a battle. With that being said, let's head straight over into what was changed in update 10.3. So having a look at the Super Conqueror's changes, as you can see right here highlighted in blue, that is what was changed on the Super Conqueror in update 10.3. And like I said, it wasn't anything crazy unfortunately for the Super Conqueror. I did actually vote down on this one, but let's actually go over what was actually changed. So as you can see, armor penetration was decreased by 7mm on its AP, 6mm on its APCR, and 50mm on its high explosive, but we'll get back into that 50 in just a moment because that was actually changed. And the second thing that was changed was its reload time. It was reduced by 0.29 seconds. I would have liked to see maybe 0.59 seconds to just give it that extra boost, since nothing else was getting changed on this vehicle. And mind you, the Super Conqueror has been a very strong tank for a very long time, but now I feel like it's just an okay tank, since a lot of the other vehicles were heavily buffed and the Super Conqueror didn't get really buffed that much. If we scroll all the way down here, as you can see, Super Conqueror as well, was its high explosive shell was changed from being reduced from 50mm to instead 25mm, which is nice. You still have that great or decent enough high explosive pen, and it wasn't going to get absolutely butchered this update, which it was initially going to be. Okay, so why don't I head straight into equipment on this vehicle. First of all, I'm running gun rammer, enhanced gun laying drive, and then refined gun. You can actually switch this up to vertical stabilizer to make you more accurate on the move, but the tank has a pretty decent accuracy or aiming time as it is, and if you do run a refined gun, it just makes you more accurate when you do take the chance to fully aim in. Second row, I'm running improved modules, enhanced armor, and enhanced tracks. The enhanced tracks just allow you to take more hits in those tracks, which a lot of the times is the case with this vehicle. On the last and final row, I'm running improved optics, engine accelerator, and high-end consumables. With equipment completed, I'm going to quickly go over my provisions that are on this vehicle. You guys can pause the video and see what I'm running because they're pretty straightforward, and the Super Conqueror does not actually have any special consumables or provisions. Alright guys, so heading into Armor Inspector to have a look at the armor and exactly how you guys can pen this vehicle. This is the Super Conqueror being shot at by a T110E5. Basically the tech tree version of the Super Conqueror. As you can see, everything that is red means that you cannot pen it with the T110E5, and this is the T110E5 shooting its standard rounds being AP and not using its calibrated shell. So yeah, the Super Conqueror actually has a lot of armor on it. It's pretty decent, especially even on flat ground. As you can see here, you can actually side scrape with this vehicle because it actually has a very thick side skirt, as well as this massive track area that makes your shells get stuck in the tracks, and instead of going straight through this. The Super Conqueror can actually side scrape even though it is a held down predominant tank. However, where the Super Conqueror does fall apart is when something like the T110E5 switches up to its premium pen. Yeah, you can pen absolutely everything on the Super Conqueror. So yeah, as you can see, you can pen the Super Conqueror no problem with your premium rounds. This tank does have some side skirts which allow you to bounce away heat shells, because heat shells obviously stop at spaced armor, and this spaced armor just allows you to bounce heat shells a lot easier. But against a tank that has premium AP or even APCR, this tank is going to get absolutely dunked on. As you can see here, below the gun is extremely weak, and this upper deck part here means that you can get pen no problem. Where the tank does really well is using its 10 degrees of gun impression, going hull down. As you can see, you can still pen the turret on this tank very easily. So it's not a tank that has incredible armor on its turret, because it does fall short very easily. Just in comparison, this is what the T110E5 looks like against the Super Conqueror using its premium pen and using calibrated shells. The weak. Alright guys, with the armor completed, let's head into a live battle in the Super Conqueror. Now this vehicle has always been a very strong tank, mixed with the fact that it has really good DPM, it has an accurate gun, decent enough pen, although that was nerfed in the latest updates. It can side scrape, it can go hull down. So overall, this is a very versatile tank in where you can put it and how you can play it. However, I do think that the T110E5, a free tech tree version of this vehicle, could actually be a better bet. Let me know in the comment section if you want me to do a comparison video on the T110E5 and the Super Conqueror, so you can just let me know if I should do that, and I'll definitely go ahead and do it. But first of all, in this game we are on Oasis Palms, I believe, and in this situation I'm actually going to put my tank straight through to this held down section here. If you have not watched my map review on this map, then I definitely suggest you guys to watch it, but I basically go over this position and how it can be very effective at dealing with your enemies. Now, in this situation, that 50 TP has spotted me, and now he's decided to get into a position where he can maybe shoot me. But when I am held down, I'm pretty strong, and so is that player over there. He's going to shoot high explosive to me, and this is something that is extremely weak on this vehicle. The Super Conqueror might have spaced armor on its turret, which allows you to bounce heat a lot easier. However, these side skirts actually make it weaker to high explosive, meaning a lot of the times you're going to be penned no problem by vehicles spamming high explosive, and they're going to do a hell of a lot of damage to you using that high explosive. As you saw there, that 50 TP did about 200 damage to me with a high explosive shell, which is just absolutely crazy. I may say so myself, but in this situation we're going to use our fantastic DPM, decent enough alpha to hopefully get rid of this T30 on time here. I'm going to put another shot towards him, and then I do want to start getting rid of this 50 TP if we can, so that my team can actually push a lot more easily. So we put one into that 50 TP. As you can see, the DPM was actually boosted up in the latest updates. Instead of being about 9 seconds reload, it is now 8 seconds with gun rammer, which is actually very nice, I must say. And in the situation, we've dealt with one heavy tank already, and there is a T30 somewhere here, which I don't want to get shot by, but I also want to get rid of him before he gets into a position where he is hidden. There's another 183, so the enemy team does have two 183s. So let's see if we can get a shot into him. Doesn't look like we have enough gap there to put one into him, but I'm going to just drive forward and put a shell into the rear end of this T30. We get shot by that ML2 over there, and I'm just going to try a side scrape against him. And as you can see, that does extremely well against a player like that. The side scraping ability on this vehicle is just really, really good. It really shouldn't be that good for a held down heavy tank, but it is, and I'm very happy for it. I'm all there for it. So we're going to load up our premium pen, see if we can go straight through this ML. Going to side scrape, as you can see, and that is what the tank does extremely well. Now, because of that premium pen being reduced in its pen, I'm not actually able to pen that ML over there, which really sucks. But as you can see, I'm just going to keep side scraping as we are equal on enemy team. On players, I should say. I do want to try preserve my hit points in case the enemy team just rushes in and kills us. So yeah, I'm going to load up my premium pen this time. I'm going to try get a shot into that player there. And as you can see, the gun is pretty accurate. It's not the most accurate tank out there, but it's going to do the job just fine. And yeah, it's nothing that is going to make you rage quit in any means. And as you can see, that easily we have done the damage. No problem. I'm going to load up my APCR and put a shot into that 62A, killing him right there and there. And then we're going to go look for that 183. Not sure where he could be. We are potentially a one-shot to him if he shoots us with high explosive through our bottom plate. So I do want to keep mindful of that. I don't want that to happen, obviously. But in the situation, we've done a hefty amount of damage, so if I can find him, we can do more damage, and hopefully, yeah, well, there goes our SD1, and that's what I was afraid would happen to me, so at least him instead of me, I guess that's how you could put it. But let's just completely YOLO this 183. There's no point in me sitting back, because, mind you, he can kill me, but it's not a 100% chance to happen here. He does shoot me, dealing 1,100 damage here, which means that I do manage to put another shot into him. We did miss one there, unfortunately, but in this situation, he has such a large reload that I can actually just sit here, put some shots into him, and I should be fine. So I'm going to go hold down. Hopefully he doesn't reload too soon that he kills me with high explosive. I'm going to kill him, put a shot into him there. We do end up going down, unfortunately. If I did not miss that one shot there going over the ridge, we would have been able to kill him here. But in this situation, we are up in caps. We have 2 extra players left, which are one-shots, I must say. But as long as they can stay alive, we win this. So let's see how our team can pull this off really quickly. Our E4 ends up killing that 183, and we do end up winning this game. And as you can see, guys, our first live battle, and we deal 5,000 damage and only bounce 1,600, but sometimes you don't need to bounce a hell of a lot of damage to do a lot of damage in return. So there we have it. Unfortunately, not a mastery game because we didn't really kill anyone else. Maybe if we killed that 183, we would have gotten a mastery, but a first class is adequate enough for me. we make 194,000 credits, and in total 141,000. So the Super Conqueror, being a collectible vehicle, can still earn credits, if you guys were wondering that. It is somewhat like a premium vehicle in that way. And there we have it, guys, the Super Conqueror, one of the most strongest heavy tanks in the game, and if it does arrive in the store again, I would really suggest you guys to get your hands on it, because it's just an overall extremely strong tank. However, there is a vehicle like the T110E5 that is in the game, and it is very similar to this vehicle and could possibly be better in some ways. So let me know down in the comment section below if you guys would want me to do a Super Conqueror versus E5 review and comparison video. Just let me know. I'll definitely go ahead and do that. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I hope your shells hit their marks, and I'll check you in the next one. Cheers.